see how this thing works. Good luck.
Thank you.
Seems to be working.
Yeah, this thing is pretty awesome. How you feeling? Good?
I'm feeling good about that.
Safe?
I feel good, buddy. Every time we do something sketchy, I feel a little bit better about it.
I think I love this car.
I think I like it too. It's not overheating, hardly leaking anything. There's still some rubber on it.
Not much.
I don't think the day's over with yet. Tony, I'll give you some racing tips.
Yes.
It's a big parking lot. It doesn't matter what you do.
That sounds
Don't
great.
let off the gas.
I love it. You know, this wagon is a ton of fun. It doesn't have power steering or any suspension work, but with that nasty 512 stroker, which has a ton of response and power everywhere, it's really fun to slide this thing around. The harder you drive it, the more fun it is.
Done fooling around with it naturally aspirated. Unfortunately, by taking the gear out of the back, changing the converter and the transmission, everything, we took a lot more ET out of it than I'd hoped. We ran 1111 at 130 miles an hour. I like that mile an hour number. I do not like the ET number. So now we're gonna throw a 200 shot of nitrous at it. We're looking at this dry fogger system with a 24 jet, and I think we're hitting it right out of the hole, aren't we? Yes, sir. We're going all out. I can't say that went exactly as we'd hoped.
Even considering it has an open diff and a 308 rear end, I was able to run a 14-second flat quarter mile, about 103 miles an hour. That is very fast for this setup, and I was really pumped on the whole thing. This car is bitchin', and I can't wait to get some gears in it and a diff and see how much faster we can go. Everything we've done with this car has been to build a very streetable, really fun to drive car. So the dude spec'd out a motor that's like tame, reliable, has power everywhere. It's not tuned for peak power, but like it's really fun to drive around. It also does great burnouts and stuff. I actually, in my head, thought this would be kind of lame, and in execution, it's awesome. Up at that level, the charge pipe started blowing off, so we had to scramble around to get some new clamps on and holding. that we had the charge pipes on tight, the car was pulling super hard once it got into boost. This car is a rocket from about 100 feet on. Without the boost lead, we hit about 17 pounds and the car started to break up pretty hard. Too much boost.
At 124. Dude, if that thing could leave, it would be a sick little ride.
Can you turn the boost down a touch, Lucky?
Tighten it or loosen it?
You'll see, towards down.
Boost down.
After getting the boost dialed in, I did my best to get this car off the line. Despite the long gears and the far too tight torque converter, I was able to turn our quickest and fastest times of the day. Bone Marrow is seriously fast and super fun to drive. It works like a charm, dude. So we're gonna let Lucky have a shot at it, see how this thing works. Good luck.
Thank you.
See, there it goes. Not bad. We're gonna lower the car onto the rear end, get the springs fitted and the arms connected. So we got everything else done. Just finishing up this Hotchkiss rear sway bar that we're adding, and then we are good to go. After finishing the brakes and suspension upgrade, we drove this Chevelle all the way out here to California Speedway because this thing rides and handles like a dream now. Before, we took it out on the Autocross track when it had stock suspension, stock brakes, and that open rear end. And now that we've upgraded all those parts, I'm gonna hit the track again and I'm expecting much better results. We're here at California Speedway. We just put all those new QA1 suspension parts on the Crusher and got it aligned. Now we're here to take it around our Hot Rod Garage Autocross test track. Go fast. We're gonna go fast. All right, so I took a bit of rebound, a bunch of compression out of the front, hoping to get this thing to transfer weight in the front and hook and understeer a bit less. This is a really slow manual rack, so anything to get the front tires to hook a little better would really help me out. Does it feel like $1 million?
I feel like $1 million.
I feel like $1
right
million
now.
bucks, yeah. Maybe that's what they meant. So I'm gonna do my best not to wrap this thing around a tree. Definitely we should take it, have somebody maybe check the tune on these carburetors out. Yeah. We're at Hot Rod Performance in Torrance, California. Lucky's got a buddy here who's a carburetor wizard, and he's turning some screws and adjusting some of these rods for this thing. We're gonna try to make it idle a little better, and then he's gonna give it an overall bill of health. Mark set the idle, synced up the linkage, and massaged the idle mixture screws to perfection, and we were good to go. We're down here at the Hoonigan Donut Garage. We brought Project X. This thing was valued at $1 million at some point. And guess what? Doesn't matter what it's worth. We're gonna take it here and we're gonna do some burnouts with it.
Too much traction, dude.
It's got a
And
lot.
you almost hit that wall.
I know, I got her.